I was reading an excerpt from an essay called "The Empire at Dusk" the other day. The essay was written by Stephen Glane, and the excerpt can be read on Foreign Policy's website. Foreign Policy is an American magazine about global politics and economics, in case you didn't know. Anyway, this "The Empire at Dusk" piece is really well written, lots of good insights and information, well worth a read, I would say. I'll read you a bit of what Mr. Glane had to say here, to give you a little taste, so to speak. Quote, "American relations with the world, and increasingly America's security policy at home, have become thoroughly and all but irreparably militarized. The culprits are not the nation's military leaders, though they can be aggressive and cunning interagency operators, but civilian elites who have seen to it that the nation is engaged in a self-perpetuating cycle of low-grade conflict. They have been hiding in plain sight, hyping threats and exaggerating the capabilities and resources of adversaries. They have convinced a plurality of citizens that their best guarantee of security is not peace, but war. And they did so with the help of a supine or complicit Congress. Since the collapse of the Soviet Union, US presidents have ordered troops into battle 22 times, compared with 14 times during the Cold War. Not once did they appeal to lawmakers for a declaration of war. The legacy of American militarism is a national security complex that thrives on fraud, falsehood, and deception. In the 1950s, Americans were told the Soviets had not only the means to destroy the United States, but the desire to do so. In reality, Moscow lacked the former, and so gave little thought to the latter, while Washington squandered billions of dollars on needless weaponry. Time and again, US presidents weaponized their response to challenges overseas to protect them from charges of appeasement from the right. Habitually, their administrations misinterpreted events, from Russia's Bolshevik Revolution to the September 11 attacks, to disastrous effect. In each case, expert advice was overlooked, ignored, or concealed, while In others, threats were manufactured as chips in petty political wagers. The fraudulent bomber and missile gaps and the Gulf of Tonkin incident did as much to injure US interests overseas as did the notion that Saddam Hussein possessed weapons of mass destruction and intended to use them preemptively. End quote. So yeah, plenty to think about there. Later on in the essay, the writer says, American embassies loom imperiously over the skylines of the world's capital cities, barricaded against terrorist attacks and estranged from their hosts. They engender resentment from without and a siege mentality from within. End quote. Well, those words paint a picture, don't they? This is the world we live in, a world of resentment and fear. American militarism and imperialism have made the world a far more dangerous place than it otherwise would have been. But you know what? No matter how big and powerful they are, empires always fall in the end. That's just the way it is. Anyway, take care, folks. Best wishes. Peace.